Assalamualaikum to my lecturer, Sir Zurin. So today I will presenting about the Malaysian driving sustainable and inclusive growth into 2030. So my name is Safwan. He is my friend Iman bin Akmal and Muhammad Hafiz. So we continue to do our introduction. So in Malaysia, is the nation have a vibrant cultural tapestry and the economy with dynamics. So, in geologically, Malaysia located the southeast Asia had the other advantage is a natural resource, divides the population and strategically region with a busier economic trade by today. So to become the development country, Malaysia have the many contribute socio-economic development policy, including the robust infrastructure and the industrialization progress. Malaysia continue to pursue strategies to face the challenge such as inequality and sustainability to ensure prosperity for all segments of society. So we continue about the next slide is about development policy in Malaysia. So what we found, we have a conclude. We take a 20 years, a 10-year past and 10-year for the future comes. So next slide. So this is the past Malaysian plan, or we as know the Rancangan Malaysia. So we gather the 10 years past, which is a 10 and 11 Malaysian plan. So we conclude the 10 Malaysian plan is involved in 2011 until 2015. So meanwhile, 11 Malaysian plans is the introduced when 2016 until 2020. So the objective of the Malaysian plan, so we can see the right, the left. So that is the Malaysian plan for the 10. So major objective, the transform Malaysian economy from the middle class to upper class. And the second objective, to raise the standard of teaching and training to produce a skilled workforce. And the third objective, the encourage growth economy, which means is less development region to reduce regional disparities. So the last objective is train society security network to protect the marginalized population. So we compare the two these objectives. So we continue to the 11 Malaysian plan. So the major objective for 11 Malaysian plan is the exchange inclusive toward an equitable society. And the second, accelerating human capital development for advanced nation. So we have covered about the objectives. Let's find out about our key terms. So the 10 plans focus on the making economy more dynamic and competitive. This involves the advancing value chains in the various industries, increasing productivity and boosting innovation and creativity. So, how about the 11 Malaysian plan? So, 11 plan focus on the making an economy more dynamic and competitive. This improves the access to essential services such as healthcare, education, and the affordable housing to exchange the overall well-being for all Malaysians. So that's all for this about the key terms. So let's find out our next slide is okay. So we have to continue about our the key terms, and we continue about the focusing area. So Malaysia 10 plan from the 2011 until 2015 has identified key the focusing area for achieving socio-economic goal and driving the country transformation into the high-income country. This focus area is designed to address the critical challenge of facing Malaysia and the leverage sustainable and the inclusive growth opportunity. So this is a part. we have concluded these three, which is a role the private sector as the major driver economic growth, and the second, attracting and promoting skilled talent through initiative. We like a talent cooperation. Malaysia we call as known as talent corps. So the last is implement target program to rise the income group 40% below, or as known as B40. So we continue about the 11 Malaysian 11 plan from the 2016 until 2020. So this focus area for achieve social economic objective and drive the country to transform into the high income country. This 11 plan focusing area on includes and sustainable growth social economy, just like the address income inequality, exchange rural area into development infrastructure, and the last is the focus on green energy technology. So that's all for my part. So I pass to my partner.
So after with the 10th Malaysia Plan, 11th Malaysia Plan, there is also a 12th Malaysia Plan, which is the timeline is 2021, 2025. So before that, my name is Iman bin Akmal and I will be presenting on this part. So the 12th Malaysia Plan is designed to address current issues while restarting and rejuvenating Malaysia's socio-economic development for long-term sustainability and prosperity. It also aims to improve the well-being of our population through the restructuring of the economy, with a focus on inclusive and environmental sustainability. So, the major objective, there is three major objectives, which is economic growth and stability, equitable wealth distribution, and also environmental sustainability. So, I will be going by points here. So, firstly is the economic growth and stability. So it emphasizes by reviving important economic sectors, which encouraging high-skilled workers, high enterprise, and also diversifying the economy. By this, it's also by saying that economic growth towards the technological side. Secondly, is the equitable wealth distribution. It seeks to guarantee equitable wealth distribution among income levels, racial and ethnic groupings. So by here, in Malaysia, we have India, China, and also Malay. So the objective of equitable wealth distribution is by right, as for the ethnics, have the same amount of wealth distribution. Thirdly is the environmental sustainability. This strategy prioritizes sustainable practice in all economic domains to guarantee the long-term well-being of the environment by promoting renewable energy, improving energy efficiency, and putting in place extensive waste management system are among the strategies. The goal conservation initiative is to save Malaysian natural resources. So there is also three key themes in this 12th Malaysia Plan, which firstly is restoring important economic sectors, strengthening security, well-being and inclusion, and prioritize sustainability. By restoring important economic sectors, which is like the economic growth and stability, is actually more focused on the jobs in order to reset the economy, which is the high skilled value and the person with a high influence in the economy. This strategy intends to stimulate economic growth and job creation by focusing on sectors such as electricals and also electronics, global services, aerospace, halal, and etc. Secondly, is the strengthening security, well-being, and inclusion. This is to improve housing, healthcare, national security, and social cohesion among Malaysians. So I believe by the word security, for example, data. Uh, I believe that data is the most important thing here in this era where all of the countries are keen towards it. Lastly is prioritize sustainability. Prioritize sustainability, which includes measures to guarantee sustainable growth, which handle also the environmental issue. All of these objectives with the key themes are correlate. So next slide is the game changer of this 12 Malaysian plan, which is the catalyze strategic high impact industry, transforming micro, small and medium enterprises, and enhancing national security and unity, revitalizing the healthcare system, addressing poverty, promoting regional development. I believe all of these game changer will make this plan even more well. So I will be going one by one of the point, but I'll be more focusing on the transforming SMEs. So we know that, for example, Kelantan, Terengganu, there's a lot of SMEs there, which is Kopok Leko or Batik. So I believe that as a government, they should emphasize on this SMEs in order to circulate the economy. Secondly is addressing poverty. I believe that in Malaysia, poverty is quite high right now, which the poverty line is quite high. So the government plays an important role in order to cure the poverty line by giving incentive and many more. For example, before is BRIM or maybe Bantuan Sari Hidup or etc. So I will be passing the presenter to the next one. That's all for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Iman. So let's move on to the 13th Malaysian Plan, which is a continuation from the 12th Malaysian Plan. Both 13th and 12th Malaysian Plan is a vision, Malaysian Vision 2030, that is created by Tun Mahathir in 2018. So let's move on and continue with the 13th Malaysian Plan, which is intended to take place in 2026 through 2030. So the main focus of the 13th Malaysian Plan is to create inclusive and sustainable economic growth. And the second main focus is high income country, which is to make Malaysia as a high income country. So the third one is a balanced environmental and economic advancement. In order to achieve these objectives, the 13th Malaysian Plan will implement several key strategies. The first strategy is economic resilience and competitiveness. The primary objective of this approach is to stimulate economic diversification through the advancement of high-value sectors, including manufacturing, services, and technology. So included in this strategy is research and development, which is an initiative that will support small and developing firms while also promoting innovation. Also, in this strategy is to enhance trade policy, which will establish a strategic international relationships and also consequently strengthening the business environment that attracts foreign investment, that would also help to boost Malaysia's position in the global market. In addition, e-commerce promotion, which is a digitalized and fostering digital literacy must all be prioritized in the growth of the digital economy. That's the first strategy. The second strategy that will be implemented in the 13th Malaysian Plan is social equity and inclusion. This is also part of the inclusive and sustainable economic growth that is a main focus of the 13th Malaysian Plan. So, by enhancing social protection programs is one way to combat poverty, support disadvantaged groups, and also maintain equitable wealth distribution. Measures that are meant to close the development gap between urban and rural areas, with particular focus on underdeveloped areas such as Sarawak and Sabah. So, the third plan is environmental sustainability. This approach supports the development of green technologies, promotes the use of renewable energy sources, and also advocates sustainable business practice. This strategy will implement policies into effect to lessen the effects of climate change, such as cutting carbon emissions, improving energy efficiency, and also safeguarding the environment. This is another major priority that will be stepping up efforts to preserve Malaysia's unique biodiversity, such as through forestry initiatives and preservation of endangered species. Next slide. So we move on to the fourth key strategy in the 13th Malaysian Plan, which is human capital excellence. This strategy encourages lifelong learning, placing a heavy focus on STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education, and regularly modifying the educational system to meet the demands of the business world. Improving programs for skill development and vocational training will equip the workforce for new industries and technology breakthroughs. In order to develop a workforce that is more trained and adaptive and prepared for the demands of a dynamic global economy, public-private partnerships will be promoted. The fifth strategy for the 13th Malaysian Plan is infrastructure and smart cities. This plan fosters the growth of smart cities, which use technology to improve public services, assuring effective resource management and improve urban living. Economic activity will be supported by the development and modernization of digital infrastructure, especially in underprivileged areas, just like before, such as in Sabah and Sarawak. Enhancing the interconnectivity and transformation networks between rural and urban areas will also promote social harmony and economic integration. So the last and the sixth key strategy is governance and institutional reforms. In order to boost confidence among citizens and guarantee the successful execution of policies, this strategy focuses on improving accountability, openness, and efficiency in public sector operations. An example of this is service delivery and responsiveness to citizen needs will both improve with the simplification of government procedures and the adoption of best practices. This will encourage open government initiatives while include utilizing digital platforms that will make it easier for citizens to participate in governance. So I will pass to the next presenter.
So I will be presenting on the alignment with the International Development Goals. So as you can see from here, this is basically the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, where people always call it SDG roadmap. Or there's 17 goals which have its own prioritized, and each goal has their own sector. So I will be just focusing on more of this plan that we presented, and each plan has its importance towards it. So based on the plan just now, we can see that for the 10th Malaysian plan, which is the 2011 to 2015, most important focus is address regional disparities and promoted inclusive development, which is the 10th plan. For the 11th Malaysian plan, the most important focus is lowering income inequality and guaranteeing equitable wealth distribution. However, for the 12th plan, is post-COVID-19 economic recovery and fair wealth distribution, SDG 10. So for the 12th plan, we know that 2021 is post-COVID, where our economy is quite slow. So with the 12th Malaysian plan, it helps cure the economy to recover well. So for the 13th Malaysian plan, the most important focus is strive for high income status and inclusive sustainable growth, which is the goals 8. So overall, the Malaysian development plan from 10 to the 13th Malaysian plan align well with the international developed goals, particularly the SDGs. Each plan incorporates elements that promote economic growth, social inclusion, quality education, health and well-being, reduce inequalities, sustainable practice, and robust institution, which contributing to the global agenda of the sustainable development. So to conclude our presentation here, 10 through 13 Malaysian Plan reveals an unwavering dedication to converting the country into a high-income, inclusive and sustainable society. Over time, Malaysia has transformed from an agricultural economy to a major participant in the semiconductor, digital services and technology sectors by using its strategic assets, which includes its natural resources and diversified people. Malaysia's all-encompassing and futuristic development plans demonstrate the country's dedication to raising the standard of living for its citizens while tackling issues related to the economy, society, and also environment. Malaysia stays on the correct path to long-term sustainable socio-economy improvement because of its strategic alignment with the international development goals. So as a Malaysian, we should always be proud of the plans and should be confident with all of the plans that the government encompasses for us citizens. I think that is all from us. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, sir.